Welcome, everyone. This week is our Double or Nothing 2001 preview show. And
2021. Where the hell are you?
Did I say 2001?
You did.
2021. My bad. But see, that's why I have a co-host. Thank you. So before we dive into that, though, there was some news that came out in the last couple of days. More people have been released. People have been hired.
Every time we're gonna record.
Yeah. It's almost like, should we record? Oh, someone's doing their job. So Todd Phillips was he let go or did he step down from his position? I don't remember.
I think that just says that they parted ways. I don't. There hasn't been a tweet about it yet from officially WWE. There's no tweet, probably because they're scrambling to find a replacement. I'm assuming they already replaced Adnan, who is also gone.
Adnan is gone. Replaced him with Jimmy Smith, who I think that was a much better hire than Adnan. Because
he apparently had done some analyst work for NXT and done like the pre-show for an NXT or two, like some takeovers. I didn't watch it, but I guess he's pretty good.
Yeah, I think he's good because usually the MMA commentators translate well to wrestling. Because
he's no Mauro Ranallo, but I'll deal with it.
Who is? But I've heard him a few times. He's good. He's basically Bellator's version of Joe Rogan. Like,
fair enough. He looks it. So
yeah, he's their color commentator, very knowledgeable, and half the time MMA guys are wrestling fans. So I'm sure he's got a lot of knowledge on the business. That's all.
Let's hope so. Adnan was okay. I'm not going to be mean.
He wasn't like Adam Lee.
Fair enough.
You remember that?
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah. He just knew nothing about wrestling.
This guy, to his credit, he learned pretty quickly, but week one, rough.
It was rough.
He knew nothing.
Yeah. And on top of that, you got Vince or whoever screaming in your ear the whole time. It can't be easy.
I mean, the following week, he didn't improve much, but he added some wows and oh my gods into the commentary. And I was like, okay.
It's like sprinkling salt and pepper on a bowl of shit.
Yeah, I was like, okay. He still doesn't know what anything is called.
It's still poo-poo.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the world of wrestling news as of right now. More people got fired. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, there was a whole bunch of stuff within their tech divisions as well. Some consolidations that are happening, which always spurs the rumor that WWE is going to go on sale.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it never does. All right, so
let's talk about Double or Nothing. Let's not talk about people losing their jobs. Let's do the thing.
It's sad. Yeah. All right. So this Sunday, Double or Nothing. They switched it from Saturday to Sunday, which I don't like, but whatever. It's still happening. It's happening with a full crowd, so I'm very happy about that.
It's happening. Yes, it got switched to Sunday, but there's a holiday the following day, so we're okay.
It's kind of like a Saturday. If you don't work Memorial Day, there you go. It's kind of like
I work damn near every holiday, and I don't work this one.
Very nice. All right, so I'm going to go in order as Wikipedia has it. I'm going to go from bottom to top. We're going to start with the Young Bucks, Nick and Matt Jackson, the tag team champs, versus Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston. Who do you expect? Well, what do you expect to happen, and who do you expect to go over?
Match is just going to be brutal, just because Moxley and Eddie Kingston are involved.
Mm-hmm.
They lay into their stuff pretty heavy. I don't foresee them taking the straps from the Young Bucks. That just doesn't seem like that's going to happen right now. So, yeah, I've got the Young Bucks going over Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley. But it's going to be a brutal match.
Sure. I agree with both things. I think it's going to be a brutal match. Might be a long match because Young Bucks like doing those 45-minute epic matches, and they finish this point. I'm good with it. So yeah, I predict the Young Bucks going over, but in a bloody heap. I think it's going to be absolutely brutal. There will be some sangre in this match, and there'll be some color, as they say in the business. And yeah, so we will not have new tag team champions on Sunday. Oh, and I missed this. In the pre-show, there's going to be an NWA Women's Championship match. That's going to be
Serena Deeb and versus who?
Versus Rio.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, according to Wikipedia. So that is an interesting match. It feels like we haven't seen Rio in forever.
Yeah.
And yeah. So what do you?
That'll be interesting. I don't think Rio's going to become the NWA champion, so I would predict that Serena Deeb would continue.
Yeah.
Potentially with some interference. I know there's unfinished business between her and Thunder Rosa, so potentially a face-off after that with her.
Right, exactly. So yeah, I see Serena Deeb holding on to that title. I think she's a good holder of that title, and I agree. I don't think her rivalry with Thunder Rosa is anywhere near done. So that is the pre-show match. We already did Young Bucks versus Moxley. Sting and Darby Allin versus Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page. I did not catch the last pay-per-view, unfortunately, live. So I did not get to see Sting in the ring, but this time I will.
And it wasn't in the ring anyway. It was a cinematic match.
Oh, cinematic, right.
Yeah. This is first time in the ring live. In
front of the crowd.
Right. It's gonna be wild.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's the first time I've seen him live in a ring since the Seth Rollins match where he got hurt by the buckle bomb, which was 2015, 2016, something like that. So it's been a while.
Yeah.
So
I don't foresee Darby Allin and Sting losing their first match in front of a crowd, or Sting's first match in front of a crowd in like 6 years.
Not against Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page.
Nope.
I don't see it happening. I agree. Sting and
Sorry, guys. You're going to be relegated to AEW Dark.
Yeah. Sting and Darby Allin will win. I don't think it's going to be that long of a match because Sting is almost 60 years old.
Darby goes on forever, though. If Sting goes, he's out of it for the most of it, and he just swoops in at the end for the win, great.
Yeah. Darby could go for a while, but I don't think it's going to be more than a 15-minute match.
I don't think so either, but guy can dream.
So the next match is the Stadium Stampede.
Woo!
Which they have hinted this is going to be a darker version of the Stadium Stampede. They said it's not going to be like the fun and whimsical version of last year where everything was pretty much comedy based. This is going to be.
Well, I mean, you kind of had to, given Matt Hardy was involved. So he's not involved this year. So it should be darker just because the rivalry has deemed it so. Mm-hmm. I don't think that Pinnacle will win this one because they've said that if Inner Circle loses, they disband. And I don't think that's going to happen.
You don't. I think they are. I think Pinnacle is winning. Inner Circle's disbanding because, as we know, Jericho is going on tour with Fozzy soon. Not a long tour, but he's going to be gone for a little bit. He has to have work done on his elbow. So I think they're going to use this to disband Inner Circle, if not forever, maybe temporarily. And, Santana and Ortiz do fine on their own as a tag team. Maybe, Jake Hager can manage them. And Sammy Guevara, this could be a chance for him to start making it as a single star.
Could be. I think I don't think it's good for really anybody for them to break up, in my opinion.
You think it's too soon to break them up?
I do think that, especially for Santana and Ortiz. I don't think they've been built up as like a proper tag team on this show. Mm-hmm. Jake Hager kind of gets lost in the shuffle a lot. And I think Sammy, honestly, deserves a run as a tag team champion with whoever in that group. It should be Chris Jericho. They should be tag team champions at some point. Mm-hmm. That's my opinion. I think that I don't think Sammy's ready for that just yet. The singles push with a title. Maybe the TNT title, but I don't see him taking it off of Miro. So
no, not yet, not yet. But I do see a singles push for him coming of some kind. So, all right. So we come to our first disagreement. You say you say Inner Circle's winning. I think the Pinnacle's going to win.
I think they could. It could potentially go to if it. I think this because I think the Pinnacle ultimately wins the rivalry, but I think there's going to be a rubber match. This is what I'm thinking. There has to be something that's even bigger that's later. You had Blood and Guts. You're going to do Stadium Stampede, and then I feel like it has to escalate even more.
Beyond Stadium Stampede and the Blood and Guts match.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. I hope they do.
No, I don't even know what that looks like, but
hopefully it's here in Miami when we go.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, just whatever it is. Hell in a Cell match. I don't know if they've never done one of those.
True. Okay, next match is Miro, the new TNT champion. Wait, it says Miro or Dante Martin versus Lance Archer. I guess because...
Oh, because on Dynamite, he's facing Dante Martin.
That's why, okay.
For the title.
Okay, that's right. Because they switched Dynamite to Fridays. That's true.
Just for the NBA final. I think it's just for 2 weeks because the NBA playoffs.
But isn't it going to be a permanent switch eventually? Or are they going to have a Friday show?
They're going to have a Friday show that's going to air at 10 p.m. on Fridays.
Nice. Okay.
Called Rampage. That starts in August.
And is it going to be a main roster show, kind of like Nitro and Thunder?
They're hoping, which is what I would do. This is what I believe it was Eric Bischoff that had this idea. Mm-hmm. Like if I'm Tony Khan, I'm buying local, obviously not national commercials because they would just shoot those down. But you can't stop them from buying local commercial time that has to air during that hour or 2 hours during SmackDown and be like, hey, come over to TBS at 10 o'clock. There's some more of this going on over there.
Yeah. You want to see some more of this, but better?
It was like, oh, do you like the Tribal Chief and all that? Go look at this.
Yeah. Tribal Chief, that's like all they got, pretty much. Come over here.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So Miro takes on Dante Martin. I will be shocked if Miro loses.
Yeah, it's basically it's Miro versus Lance Archer, right? Like
it's gotta be a squash match. But if they do WWE style, maybe Lance Archer interferes and they're like, well, no, let's make it a triple threat in the pay-per-view.
No, we don't do that here.
None of that here. Not up in here. Miro, Lance Archer is what we want to see, and that's what's gonna happen.
And plus, in this scenario, Lance Archer, he's the good guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he's not going to interfere in the match. I highly doubt that.
No.
He'll have a stare off with him afterward, and
that would make no sense. So Miro versus Lance Archer. I don't see Miro dropping the title this early, but I could definitely see Lance Archer taking the belt off of him.
I know. It's tough. I personally would like that rivalry to last a while and not just be a one-off. Mm-hmm. So I'd say it ends in a double DQ.
Okay.
Keep it going.
I say Miro wins, but dirty. He wins dirty with a little help from somebody on the outside or a weapon or whatever. And that'll not let Lance Archer look weak. And they can build up the next one 3 months from now. And then maybe Lance Archer takes it off of him.
Yeah. That makes the most sense.
Yeah. So, next match. Excited about this. Hangman Adam Page versus Brian Cage.
Ooh.
And there's definitely I like the story here. It's very simple. It was Hangman Adam Page was number 1 for weeks, and Brian Cage just basically destroys him in a few minutes. Now Hangman wants his revenge. What do you see happening here?
I think Page gets his revenge because ultimately he he has to hold that number one spot because he's the guy that I think takes it off of Kenny Omega. So keeping him at number one just makes sense.
I would agree, even though my gut is telling me it's going to be a hard-fought match where Brian Cage wins, but it's going to be much closer. That's what my gut is telling me. My brain logically is telling me, well, it should be Hangman. So I don't know. I'm torn on that one. You know what? I think Brian Cage wins this one. Closer match, but I think Brian Cage wins.
That would be good too. If the ultimate goal is I think, to get Hangman versus Kenny, if he needs somebody to fight in between, Brian Cage isn't a bad idea.
Right, to build them up, because I don't think that's going to happen, the title change, until like Revolution, which is in February.
Fair.
All right, so I'm going to say Brian Cage on that one. You're thinking Hangman. We'll see what happens. Okay. Yep. Now is the Casino Battle Royale. Now, I don't know if it's going to happen in this order. I'm guessing Casino Battle Royale will kick off the show, but this is the order Wikipedia has it in. So, Christian Cage, Matt Sydal, Powerhouse Hobbs, Pentel Cero Miedo, El Cero Miedo. Couldn't pronounce that. It's been a long day.
Christian Cage is in the match.
Yes. Let's see who else. Brian Pillman Jr., Matt Hardy, Jungle Boy. Basically, the entire mid card is in this match.
Yeah.
But
and part of Dark.
All of Dark. What I'm excited about, though, is we will have a surprise. I'm almost certain of it.
I think they haven't mentioned 5 people so far. So we're either going to get some more on Dynamite, or we have 5 surprise entrants.
Okay. We have 11 minutes. Real quick, who do you think? Who do you think some of them might be?
I don't think some of them are going to be huge surprises. No. I think there's just going to be one huge surprise. One, he's a big surprise because he's a big man. I think Paul White makes his debut during this match.
I agree. I totally see that happening.
I see that happening. That would be awesome. Coming out with his No More BS shirt and just knock some fools out.
Mm-hmm. You can actually, not make a clown out of him.
Yeah. Another one that, this is just wish list thinking. Eric Rowan would be awesome to see as like an entrant, like he's the newest member of the Dark Order type of thing. Like he's in a mask the whole time, and you don't see it until like the end when he gets knocked out. But he takes it off, and you see that it was Eric Rowan. That'd be cool.
It'll be funny if his red beard is sticking out through the mask.
Oh, that would be hilarious. And totally on brand for the Dark Order right now.
Yeah, just like a little mask, but you see everything else.
It's a little mask. You see and like John Silver just does not know who it is.
Yeah. Done. I think it's happening.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Andrade would be a good one.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah.
And he would have to like kind of stay all the way to the end, kind of type of thing. Because he's eventually challenging Kenny Omega for the AAA Championship in August. August 14th, they have a match for that belt. So if somehow Kenny gets involved and is the one that knocks him out, you kind of start building that little rivalry now.
Correct. It would make much sense. It would make a lot of sense because you got 3 months from now till August, 4 months, something like that. Perfect amount of time to build it up.
Yeah, you got 2.5 months. And then, there's like the holy grail of people that I want to show up, which is Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, but we have our own ideas. We'll do that on next week's show, how we think Daniel Bryan, Samoa Joe, Cassie, who is formerly known as
Peyton Royce.
I'm already forgetting some of their WWE names, which is crazy.
And Billy Kay with Jessica
something. I know what you're talking about. But they need to put it back together for sure. Or put Cassie with the Pinnacle. But we have ideas for these people. We'll break that next week. But moving on, we got 3 matches to go. Next match is Cody Rhodes versus Anthony Ogogo.
I think Cody wins it. I mean, he's bringing back the American Dream gimmick for one night only.
Yeah.
If he comes out there in polka dot pants, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if he comes out in Dusty's old music.
I don't know. I hope not. I like Cody's music the way that it is, but if he just does like a little like tip of the hat, like some sort of, it can have his logo and all that stuff on the pants, but just a couple of polka dots. Just why not?
Why not? Yeah, I see Cody also winning this match because there's no title on the line or anything. He's not. Well, Anthony Ogogo is kind of a rising star, but MJF is like the future. He's the future of the company, of the industry. So he had to put him over. Yeah, I see Cody Rhodes. There's not huge stakes in this match as far as titles or anything, so I see Cody winning this match.
And ultimately, the match that you kind of want to see because of what happened is him versus QT Marshall, isn't it?
Eventually, yeah. You want to see him whoop Marshall's ass.
So this is just a stepping stone to that, and I think that Cody Rhodes gets his thing.
Yeah, I agree.
His night. Right.
2 more to go. I'm excited about this one. And I think we're in agreement of who should win. Hikaru Shida versus Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
DMD. Britt Baker wins. It's a no-brainer at this point for me. She deserves it. She's put the entire division on her back and made it flip incredible.
While being out for how many months? 6 months, 9 months, something like that?
Nuts. Yeah. Absolutely bananas what she can do. Just promo.
And then when she finally came back, that insane hardcore match that she had with Thunder Rosa with the thumbtacks. And when have you seen women pull out thumbtacks?
Yeah, never. No, it was great.
It was amazing.
She deserves it. MJF has said that once he's done with the inner circle, he wants to collect gold, and there's one belt that they cannot have, so he might be open to recruiting Britt Baker. That was totally in character, but whatever.
Nice. Yeah. Hey, we'll see. All right. So Britt Baker, she wins. She's the new women's champ. And finally, the main event. The champion, the best wrestler on the planet, arguably, in my opinion, Kenny Omega, with Don Callis versus Orange Cassidy and Pac.
It's gonna be a great friggin' match.
It's gonna be an incredible match. I'm excited about it. We both know Kenny's gonna win. But I'm still excited for it. It's one of the, he's so good. All 3 of these guys are so good in the ring that even though I know the outcome, I'm still excited.
Yeah, because, I mean, I'd be shocked if Orange Cassidy walks out the AEW champion.
I would be shocked. Because what I think is going to happen, and I think we said it on the show already, that he has the 3 titles right now. I think he loses the AEW title last. He's like, he loses one. He starts to get a little paranoid.
Yeah, he loses that. He loses the AAA championship to Andrade.
Yeah.
And then he loses. I don't think he's going to lose to Moose because he fights Moose like in 2 weeks.
Oh, on Impact, yeah.
For the Impact Championship. I don't think he's going to lose to Moose. He'll lose to somebody eventually.
Yeah.
Maybe one of those guys. The Forbidden Door's open. Any one of those Impact guys can get into that Battle Royal and win the damn thing. Could be Sami Callihan for all I know.
That's true. It could be an Impact guy, somebody from another company making an appearance in the Battle Royal.
Could be somebody from New Japan. Could be, who knows? Could be anybody.
Right. So he loses the 2nd title. Now he's like ready to crack. And
yeah, he's absolutely cracking, and he's protecting this title at all costs, and he doesn't want to take a match.
Right. Until Hangman wins some #1 contenders match and it's official. And you have that build up, which is going to be amazing because it's already been building between them for a year and a half.
So, absolutely.
Can't wait for that. But anyway, yes, Kenny Omega, he retains the title. I'll be pretty surprised if it's either one of the other 2 guys. So yeah, man, there you have it. That is Double or Nothing. Those are our predictions. Let's see how many of them we're right about.
Let's see how we fare, baby.
Let's see how we fare. We differed, I think, on 2 or 3 of them, so let's see what happens.
I think we differed on 2, the grand total.
On 2, yeah, it was the
Stadium Stampede and
Miro.
And Brian Cage.
No, Brian Cage. You're right. Yeah, I got Brian Cage. You got Hangman.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. So that's our show for this week. Next week we will break down what happened, the fallout, and we will do our fantasy booking of how they should bring in some of these free agents, because at least a couple of them are coming to AEW.
Absolutely. We'll talk about that, fantasy booking, and hopefully no talk of any firing.
It's been like 3 shows in a row. I hope not.
Until then.
Yes, this has been Roll Up for the Win. See you next time.
See ya.